have you ever complained to God about when you have to deal with hard trouble and hard problem with your life? But for me, I do. In 5 years ago, when my father died, I was so angry and upset at God. Basically, I feel like he just abandoned me. And then um, he just abandoned me, so I completely lost my faith in him. You know what? I asked him, why God let this happen to me? And why God took my father away from me? And I cannot overcome my challenges, my first challenges in my life. So I stopped praying every night. Usually every night I pray to God. But after my father died, I stopped praying to him because I thought if I pray to him, even though I pray to him, I will get nothing but painful sorrow. So, and every time I went to church, I just ignore all of, I just don't care about the Bible lectures because I think they are just lies. And in my mind, I set up my mind like, God is just something people imagine. And he has abandoned me. Why do I need to believe in him? So I stopped believing in him, but I started believing society more than God. Because I thought, if I could be a doctor, I will save people and help people more than him. So, but finally, I have yet learned that God is always merciful. He's always graceful. He never abandoned me. He always keep his eye on me. So in Joshua 1:5 said, I will be with you as I was with Moses. I will always be with you. I will not fail you or abandon you. So when my father died in August, after 1 month later, my school was started. And my family want me to have a better education. So that's why I need to change in our school. And you know what? In my life, I changed like 7 times, like 7 schools, because my family want me to have a best education, so want me to have a good future. So I need to change to another school in a new town, in a new home, and I could not go home usually because my school is far away from my house, and I could only go home like 1 time a month. So I have no one to talk, and no friends to hang out with, and no rest. My school schedule, my school classes, they're all so hard, and I could not keep up with my homework. So I feel stressed and lonely. And moreover, some of my mean classmates, they bullied me because the reason is I'm new. And you know what? That's just, my life was very worse. And nothing, and they are just not here for me. So I have no choice. In order to not get any bully, I need to join the game with them. And as long as I join the game, I need to bully someone else. So I could stay in the game, you know that. So we all went out and beat up some new classmates, just like me before. Even though I don't get any bully and I have a chance to bully someone else, but I could not feel happy because something inside me told me that what I did was wrong. Something inside my heart told me what I did was wrong. So I think, even though I turn away from God, but He's still inside me. He's the one who told me which way is right and which way is wrong. So after 4 months later, I failed almost of my classes because I didn't put any time in it. I skipped school. I play game all day with my bad friends. And they all treat me well. When I need money, they give me money. It's just like something, temptation. And even though they treated me well, but I could not feel them as my friend because they bullied me before. And in the end of the first semester, I look forward to go home because it was a Vietnamese New Year. And you know, in the Vietnamese New Year, it's the time they use to celebrate with your family. So I was so happy about it. But it's also the time I need to face up with my grade report. And you know, my school report told up my bad thing, bad behavior in school. And you know, my mom, she was just so disappointed in me. My brother, they all angry at me. And I feel bad too, and in that evening, my closest brother, Paul, he came and talked to me. He explained everything to me about what I did was wrong. But you know, it's hard for me to change myself completely, even though his words touched my feeling. But in that night, I thought my mom would yell at me, but she didn't. I think God wanted her to tell me about I think God wanted her to change me. So, therefore, she told me about all her challenges, all her problems she has faced in her lifetime. And she told me how God helped me out. And in that moment, I feel God. I feel I need God. I need to change myself. So, therefore, in Isaiah 41:10 said, "Do not fear, for I am with you. For I am your God. I will strengthen you. Surely I will help you. Surely I will uphold you with my righteous hand." So I went back to my school after 2 weeks celebration with my family. Celebrate Vietnamese New Year with my family. And my gang called me again. Because they want me to go with them to play game. And you know, I just went out with them as usual. But this time, the good thing is only played like 2 hours. And in that night, I prayed to him. I prayed to God for the first time since my father died because you know, since my father died, I feel he abandoned me. Why I need to pray? So I prayed for the first time since my father died, and I prayed that, thanks God for letting me know that whatever did is wrong, and I am very blessed to have a good family, and I hope you can help me to change myself completely in your way. So, in 1 month later, you know what? God accept my prayer. I stopped playing game and I pay attention to my school. And I have some good friends. They all help me out with my homework. My life was getting better. And in the end of school year, I passed all my class. And you know what? That is a miracle. God had did for me. That is a miracle. I never feel it before. So, I think, and that's also proof God never abandoned me. He always keep his eye on me. And I feel like he heals my pains and my sorrow and replace them with his grace, his merciful. So, in Psalm 147, 3 said, he heals the broken heart and bind up their wounds. And so therefore, I never forget what the outbreak thing is did for me. And in the end of school year, I know that. In the end of school year, I have to change to another school again because, you know, I'm just moving around and try to have a better education as possible as I can. So even I know I need to change to school, but I will not afraid because this time I know God will waiting there and help me out. He's the one. Oh, he's the one. I can put my faith in him. He's the one. Never let me down. So, in Deuteronomy 31:6 said, "Be strong and of good courage. Do not fear nor afraid of them, for the Lord your God, He is the one who goes with you. He will not leave you nor forsake you." So, with that, I feel very strong. I have a faith in Him. I have everything I need. So, therefore, when I first time came to America, I have so many challenges. I lost my way in Minneapolis, but I know that God always with me. So I never afraid. I never stop believing Him anymore. So my faith is very strong. And in the Jeremiah said, and I know, and I will follow Him. He's the one I should put my trust in Him. He's the one will know which way is best for me. So in Jeremiah 29:11-13 said, "For I know the plans I have for you, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and future. Then you will call upon me and pray to me. I will listen to you. You will seek me when you seek me find with all your heart." So when you have trouble, pray with all your heart. God will not abandon you. God will waiting there for you. When you go to a wrong way, don't worry. It's never too late to get back to Him because He's responsible. He's graceful, and He will never let you down when you're in trouble, because He knows we all have trouble, we all have problems, and He knows that we all need His help. So therefore, for me, I don't care what my life. I don't care what my life gonna be, even though sometimes maybe I will complain to Him sometimes when I have trouble, but I know that He's